Hello everyone, welcome to another class on English language brought to you by O3 Schools JAMB app. So let's get right into it. We'll continue with our vowel sounds. So we'll be looking at the last of the monotones, which are this sound and this. We'll start with the first one. A very simple sound and sharp, pronounced ah, is different from this, the short ah sound. This is actually different from this one. This one is sharper compared to this. So let's look at the words that we can find this sound. You can find this sound in mostly words with letter U, and we pronounce them as O. We have been pronouncing them wrongly. Mostly where you find these words are words that contain letter U and we pronounce as O. For example, punch. It's not punch but punch. The U there is not all sound, but ah, the sharp ah. So we have sun, we have some, last. Let's take note. That would be a very good way of getting this sound. Most words that contain letter U and we're pronouncing them as O. They are not O actually. They are the short ah sound. Cat, rab, fan, jump, bass, match, culture. Words like that. If you check, normally we pronounce it as culture, much, boss, jump. But actually, English is that's not the actual pronunciation. We have gan, gam, function, understand. So as from henceforth, let's watch out for words like this containing letter U and we have been pronouncing as O in our regular everyday speech. So watch out for them. They are not actually the O sound, but ah, the sharp ah sound. We can also find them in words containing letter O. So here we have sun. Sorry, no in sun. We have love. Words like come, avon. Other words include dav, dan, money. We have words like Monday, Sam, mother, one, monk, nothing. Words like dozen, worry, onion, above, Kale, company. These words do not contain actual O, but A sound, among, wonder, wonder, sponge. You can see that while the word worry belongs here as worry, the word sorry doesn't fall here. Sorry is actually pronounced as sorry. It contains the O sound, the short O sounds. So let's be guided in our pronunciations and the ways we recognize these sounds. We can also find this sound in OE. Example, does. We also have it in OO. We have blood and flood. So if you have to check dictionary, the transcription of this would be there you have it. Blood, flood, the sharp R sound. We can also find this in words containing OU. like country. We call it country normally, but it's actually country. Apple, yang. Other words include rough, tough. Mindful of the OU, touch, flourish. Don't mind my spelling. Flourish, travel, cousin, courage. So if you look at it, while we have rough and tough coming up under this sound, the words cough and trove, they are actually pronounced as o. So they contain the short o sound. So let's be guided with this. So you don't just see them in questions and you just feel like they must contain the same sound because they are spelled the same way. No, these two are pronounced same, these two are pronounced same. While the sound comes under the short O sound, these ones fall under the sharp R sound. So these are examples of words that we can find in under this sound. And said the major one is in letter U. Words that contain letter U and we've been pronouncing them as O. For example, we call this punch, we call this sun, we call this sum, lost, cut, rug, fun, jump, bus, much, culture, gun, gum. But the actual pronunciation is different. It is pronounced ah. This is san, not what some. So let's take that down. Let's note it. That will be a major way for us to get this sound. Majorly, the U that we pronounce or they are under this sharp R sound. Then we can look at others OE, OO, OU. We look at the next sound. This sound is called the Schwa sound. SCHW. The Schwa sound. It is barely even pronounced in words. It's almost as if it's not there. And most where you find this sound, the stress is never there. This sound is not stressed. So where you have words, maybe two or three syllable words, it is found mostly at the end of the word and is barely even pronounced. You can hardly hear it. It's a very weak sound. And this is the most common sound. Most words at least contain this, probably at the end or at the beginning. Most words, this is the most common sound, but it is a weak sound and it is not stressed. We'll look at some examples. First off is A. Most words that begin with letter A contain this sound. So look at some. Again, the A in front contains the that weak sound eh, but in your pronunciation you might miss it. Again, about, annoy. Let's look at others. Along, alone, around, ago, across. We have woman, the A there, account, most words with A beginning them, dated, the A at the end, principle. The A there contains this weak air, is a weak air sound. You can also have it in O, police, comment, comment, commander, polite, obey, correct, solution. We have confuse, This sound can also be found in OR, words that end in OR, like doctor, tailor, sailor. Words that end with OR can also contain the weak air sound. You can have words that end with OUR as well, like color, favor, odor, honor. These words also contain the weak S sound. We also have words that end with AR, like dollar, sorry, dolly, particular, regular, circular, peeling, sugar, beggar, beggar. We have words that end in ER, like teacher, manner, river, words like mother, brother, sister, father. Words that end with ER, most words ending with ER contains this weak sound, trader, faster. We also have words ending with RE, like center, liter, meter. These words also contain the weak S sound. We have words ending with URE, picture, future, creature, nature. Like I said before, most words, either at the beginning or at the ending, contain this weak sound. It is the most common sound we have. You can have words with UR, surprise, survey, survive, femur. We also have lemon, lemon. We also have I in some words, also at the end, like totality, ability, university, quality, quantity, clarity. So words like this contain the weak sound. We can also have famous, also contain the weak sound, grandeur. The weak sound is also there. Like I said, it is the most common sound or the most popular sound, and it's either at the beginning of the word or at the end. Most words contain this sound, and these are just common ways we can identify them in words. Words ending with ER, words ending with AR, OR, OUR, URE. These words most likely contain the weak S sound. So let's answer questions on them. These sounds are not related, so we will not compare them. We'll just go straight to answering questions. If we have words mixed up and we want to pick the one that doesn't belong, for example, we have this, this. So let's pronounce and see which word doesn't belong in this group. We have das, sun, flat, world. These three contains the short R sound. The short R sound is present here. The short R sound is present here, but it is not here. What we have is the long S sound. So this one automatically doesn't belong in this group. It is an odd word there. If we were to have this, we don't just say, okay, they are spelled the same way, they will pronounce the same way, and then we underline this as our answer. No. If we are to pronounce this, this is tough, this is rough, but this is trough, and this is love. So these three actually contain the same sound, while this contains the all sound. It's not what doesn't contain the sound these other three words contain. So trough is the odd word in that group of words. If we were to have famous, police, data, drive, this is our odd word in this group of words. Why? Because here we have the short or the weak air sound, the weak air sound, the weak air sound is present here, but it is not present here. So we take this as our odd word. We also have this in pronunciation. We have sister, fist, center, brother. So you take note, the ER here, the RE, the ER contain the same sound, but this doesn't contain it at all. So we have this being the odd word. Then if we are now given the phonetic symbols and we are asked to find the word that contain that symbol in the options, where we have this, so we pronounce pronunciations. In pronouncing, we get what we are looking for. This is the weak S sound. We're looking for it in these options given to us. We have enact, insist, survive, surname. Our answer becomes survive. The UR here doesn't contain this short or this weak sound, rather it contains the long air sound. So it doesn't contain this one. They also given this sound. So we look at it. We pronounce. This is the weak air sound. Capper, bell, motto, nonsense. Our answer here becomes capper. The ER at the end contains the weak air sound. We are given this. As usual, we pronounce this wonder, do, wonder, cough. I told you it is just what rough and tough that belong here. Cough and throw, they are under the short or sound. So our answer here becomes wonder. No wonder. We also have this. So in pronouncing, we have ah. So which word here contains the sharp ah sound? This is mountain, this is country, this is bottle, this is sofa. So our answer becomes country. The OU there carries this sound. Then we can also be given words and we'll be asked to find which one is similar. They'll give us words and ask us to find from the options what contains the underlined letter. Here, the letter underlined is letter U, lunch. This carries the sharp R sound. So in the options given to us, we'll look for a word that also contains this sound. Let's look at it. We have lunch, long, bunch, lawn, bush. Easy for us. Our answer is bunch. Pronounced bunch. This one still contains the sharp R sound. So from the options, we'll look for a word that also contains this sound. So we've gotten the sound we are looking for. We now pronounce the options to get that the word that has this same sound as well. This is tang, was, storm, mock. Easy. While the others contain the O sound, this contains the sharp R sound, where we have tang containing the same sound as O on the line there. If you have listen, this is the weak air sound here. So among the options, which word also contains the weak air sound? We have lesson. That O there at the end also contains the weak sound. We have wasting, stem, resist. They don't have this weak sound that we are looking for. So our answer becomes lesson. Then another question we have this where we have O at the end. That O there also contains the weak sound. And our options door, color, one, or. Our answer here becomes Kale. The OU there also contains, or the OUR at the end also contains the weak sound. Then one thing you should take note of when answering questions is the fact that words contain two or more vowel sounds. So we should be mindful of what we are looking for. If this is what is on the line, let's try as much as possible to focus on that and not another sound like the major sound. Like I said, this sound is hardly ever stressed in words. It is an unstressed sound, a very weak sound that you might almost miss it in pronunciation. So you think it's not there, but it's there. So let's be careful about other vowel sounds present in words. There are many more questions on the O3 Schools JAMB app. Let's do well to download the app and practice so we can have these vowel sounds at our fingertips. Thank you.